The Vinsguir Ab Roller is a lightweight device that you can use to help develop your ab muscles all in your home workouts. Let's take a look at this ab roller to see if it's one that is better than many of the other competitors out there. Now, I bought this ab roller back on January 17th of 2022. On Amazon.com at the time, it was listed at $25.99. Then I had some Texas taxes of $2.14, so my total came out to $28.13 to have this shipped to my house. Now, when it arrived at my doorstep, I did the unboxing. So once you open the packaging, you will get the following. First off, you get the giant wheel itself. So the wheel will have a hole in it that you put a large metal rod through the middle of, and then you connect the rubber handles on either side in order to complete the build. So the build itself took less than 60 seconds to get everything up and running. Not only that, but you'll also get knee pads. So if you're doing this on something like wood flooring, you will be able to put it down on the floor in order to protect your knees. I personally am doing it in my office that has rug flooring, so I don't really need to use it. So looking at some specs, the ab roller can support up to 440 pounds of weight. So make sure you're under that weight limit in order to use this without any issues. For the wheel, the width of the wheel itself is 3.2 inches, while the whole diameter of the wheel is 6.5 inches. The available area for your hands after you put the bar through the wheel itself is 4.4 inches. So if you have larger hands, just know that you'll have about 4.4 inches to place your hands on. And lastly, for the knee mat, if you're looking to use it, the length is 13.4 inches and the width comes in at 6.7 inches. So now we're going to jump into why I like this ab roller wheel, starting off with that it is very easy to set up and use. Again, I got this thing already in under 60 seconds, so not too bad in order to get it so I can do my ab rollouts. The price itself is pretty standard, coming in at under $30. There are some more expensive ones, so like the Perfect Fitness one I had in the past, which I do like, is more money, but this one I think is a good price for what you receive. From my initial testing, the padding that you put your hands on to do the actual ab rollouts is very comfortable. It's probably about half an inch to maybe a little bit more than that thick. It's a bit squishy, but overall, it's no different than any of the others I've used before. One big thing to look into is the size of the wheel itself, because if it's too small, your hands or knuckles can actually rub on the floor, and I had none of these issues even when using it on a rug surface, so that gets a pass for me. So the thing that I like is that there's no internal spring. If you've watched my past videos on the Perfect Fitness Ab Carver Pro, you'll notice there's a spring inside that actually will stop you if you go back too far, and it assists in getting back. So they actually don't have this in the device at all, making it so you actually have to use your core the entire time to do each one of your reps. Next up, the wheel width itself is perfect. It's not too narrow where you're trying to just balance the whole time, but it's wide enough to where you feel like you get good stability without it being just too much material in general. So I think they did a great job in terms of the width of the wheel itself. And my last pro is that it feels very good on carpet flooring. So again, I'm using this in my office on the carpet. I've had no issues. On the wood floor, it's just fine as well, but I'm not going to be using it out there. It's a little louder to use it on a wood floor anyways, so I will be using it on my carpet or rug flooring. And with that, let's take a look at why I don't like this ab roller. First off, it's mainly just plastic material or the rubber handles. Outside of that, you do have the metal bar that goes through the middle, but I wish the actual wheel was made of something either like more metal or maybe like a harder plastic. I don't think it's going to break on me. Again, it can support up to 440 pounds, so I'm well below that. But just know I wish the materials were a little bit more premium, but for the price, I guess it's not too bad. So this is a minor con overall. And my last con is that I think it's a little too, I don't know, I don't like the look of it overall. I wish it was just more hard based colors, kind of like the Perfect Fitness Ab Cover Pro where it's just more hard color based. But for what it does, I think it's good. It's not too overbearing, so another minor con for me. And that leads perfectly into my final section of what I think in the initial testing. Overall, it is a great device. I've had, again, no real issues with it setting it up. Took under 60 seconds to out of the box, get it ready to go. So again, very little uptime if you need to get it set up. You can travel with it. It's not too big. You can take the whole thing apart again and put it in a knapsack or a traveling case. So all this stuff works very well. Can support up to 440 pounds, which I'm very far away from. So in the end, it does exactly what I need to do. But one last note is that when you're actually doing this exercise, make sure that your core is doing the contraction by lengthening and shortening your abs and your spine. So you really don't want to do it the way they show it in the pamphlet. You want to, I'll show it in the video here, but you really want to actually go all the way out and back by just contracting and expanding your ab muscles. That's all you need to do. You don't need to be going out and back using mostly your hip flexors. So make sure you take that into account, because by doing it that way, you are going to fail much faster than if you did it with your hip flexors, and probably you won't do anything really at all with your abs otherwise. And also, I don't really care to do this on my feet. I'd actually rather add weight on my back and then do it that way. So this is the ab roller I will be using moving forward when I'm doing my body weight style training. So if you do like this as well, take a look and check it out and see if it's something that'll help you in your home workouts. If you want to check out a full workout that you can do with just your body weight, take a look at this video that I'm putting on screen now. But with that, remember to be fit and game on.